Hey guys, before I begin the video, I actually want to plug a couple things and then we'll jump right in. First of all, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you didn't know, Kingdoms is also on Facebook and on Instagram, so I would encourage you to go check those out and like those and follow those pages. Kingdoms also has a Wix website where all this stuff is in the links in the description box below. And on that website, you can get access to all the different cards, the rule book, and get other information that you may not have through watching the YouTube channel. On top of that, join the Discord server where there is always conversation. It's something that I check out every single day to interact with you guys and talk about the card game. The game is slowly being put on Untapped so you can play it yourself. If you want to get your hands on your very own Kingdoms TCG products, in the description box below where all this other stuff will be listed, you can also go to the Game Crafter page to get your hands on your very own Kingdoms TCG products. And then lastly, I want to plug two other things that are not related to Kingdoms. And one of those, both of them are separate YouTube channels that I also have on the YouTubes. One I do not have a video out for yet, as I am still in the planning stages for that. However, my other channel, I have 3 or 4 videos out now. Again, description in the box below, description below. It is for a gaming YouTube channel that I have for a game called Age of Empires 2, if you are not familiar with it. So I guess with that, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Well, hey guys. 100 subscribers for the Kingdoms TCG channel. It's been a long time since I've started this channel. I think it's been a year or 2 now, maybe even 3 years now that I think about it. Might be even more. So it's crazy to think that this much time has gone by producing videos for the channel and then having 100 subscribers. So if you are one of those 100 subscribers, thank you so much for being subscribed to my channel. It really means a lot. It really helps me stay motivated to work on the game, and it just means a lot that there's 100 of you out there that at least have a little bit of interest in the game. So thank you so much. In this video, to celebrate 100 subscribers, we're going to be doing a couple things. First of all, I'm going to be drawing a card to commemorate what has happened. Secondly, I'm looking down because I got a sticky note written down with all these different things. Secondly, I'm going to announce a card art contest. So that way maybe one of you is lucky enough to get your card featured in set 3 for Kingdoms, which is hopefully going to be coming out by the end of this year or at the beginning of next year. Next, I'm going to announce what the foils are going to be. I did not know that the Game Crafter had foils, and so this was a revelation to me, and so I'm going to be releasing a booster pack that has foils of pre-selected cards that are special to the game, and that also just have beautiful artworks that will look even more beautiful done in a foil edition. And then on top of that, I'm going to be announcing a giveaway and how you could possibly win some Kingdoms trading card game products. So with that, let's go ahead and dive into the content of the video. Alright, so for this part of the video, I want to do a card to commemorate 100 subscribers. So, in case you can't see really well what I'm drawing, I will read to you what I will later on in this video write down, or at least write down for the drawing portion of the video. This is going to be a battle card, and once all is said and done, I'm actually really pleased with how the artwork turns out. And I hope you guys agree once you see the finished product. So this card is going to be a battle card, and it will be a human battle card for the subtype. And the name of this card is going to be Boris of 100 Fists. And this name came from, as known on Discord, Bilbo. This was the suggestion. He is someone that helps me with the card game. And this card will be available as a ultra rare special card for set 3. And it will also be available, as I'm drinking a Red Bull right there. This card will also be available for any physical tournaments that I do. I always like getting people together, so there is a small advantage to getting people together and doing that. Now, there was a couple different ideas I had in drawing this card, but again, Bilbo, I have to give credit to him. He suggested that to have a guy punching rocks that ultimately form the number 100. And once all is said and done, I really like how this card turned out. You can see what I'm doing right now is drawing some rocks, making the 100. And I just kind of pictured just some type of strong guy smashing a rock. So it was a lot of fun drawing this card, and actually was really pleased with especially how the sky turned out, because it kind of got a little messy, but it actually looks really well.
And there's going to be a blue and purple horizon line on it that you'll see that I think looks really well. So right now, what I always like to do is I start with pencil, and then I do my pen lines or my dark lines over that, and then from there I'll erase everything with my fancy little eraser that I have. And then I like to do my sample of colors that you can see on the sides, see how well they mix together or how well they look together. And I'm going to slowly tackle those rocks, just put some different colors in there. And I guess I'll start reading off what this card is going to do. So this card is going to be a Sacred Phase 2, and at the moment, I might change it up, but at the current moment, this is where it's going to be. It's going to cost 5 Magicka. It's going to have 700 attack and 400 health, so a pretty beefy Phase 2 card. That would even be good numbers for a Phase 3. And then it's not going to have any abilities, but the effect it's going to have is something along the lines is that if your Sacred only has 100 health left, you may call this card for free. So I think this card on its own will just be great even if it had no effect, but I think to have this effect, I think makes it a little special, a little gimmicky, and maybe you can form some strategy around it, or maybe it works out if your Sacred is getting destroyed rather fast. So I hope you guys enjoy this card. I'll be excited to see it in some decks. I'll be excited to get it in my hands, that's for sure. And I'm curious, what do you guys think of the card? I think it's perfect to celebrate 100 subscribers for the Kingdoms YouTube channel. And I'll go ahead and stop talking to finish this off, and I'll let you enjoy the final few seconds of drawing this card.
So now's the part of the video I want to talk about the custom art contest, and here's how you are going to submit your artwork if this is something that interests you. And all of this is going to be in the description box below. So first, what I need you to do is I need you to draw a picture. I don't care if you do it on a sheet of paper, on some sort of technology, on your computer or a tablet. I don't care, whatever art medium that you use. From there, you will then email it to the email in the description box below, kingdomstcgccg@gmail.com, and make sure your picture is in some type of JPEG picture file, so that way it is easily, I can easily transfer it into my card creation program. And then if you want to include any information on the card, is it a battle card? Is it a spell? So basically, what type of card is it? What subtype is it? If it's a battle card or a sacred or a token? What's the name of the card? What are the stats of the card? How much does it cost? What effect? What ability? Maybe what kingdom is it a part of? Or what village is it a part of? Or if you just want to draw a picture and give it to us and see what we want to do with it, then go for it. You guys have already seen the art style, and so if you want to try to match that as best as you can, I encourage you to go for it. And then me and on Discord, his name is Bilbo. In real life, he is known as Michael, who helps me create the game. Him and I will decide which card we like the most. And from there, if you are the winner of the Design a Card contest, what you will do is not only will you get a copy of the card that you have drawn, but you will also get a custom deck built for you, and that will be your prize. And so I'm excited to see what you guys will come up with. The deadline for this will be by the beginning of November. So the first week of November will be the deadline. So I guess I'll word it this way. The second Monday of November will be the official cutoff. So anything that comes after that will not be accepted into the Design a Card contest, and we will announce it quickly after that, probably in the next follow-up video after that, if you are the winner of that. So I'm excited to see the entries, and I encourage you to give it a shot if you've never done this before. I want to take a quick break to do a Bible talk. For those of you that are subscribed to my channel, you know that I like to end my videos with a Bible talk because my faith in Jesus Christ is something that is very important to me. But I figured for the nature of this video, I'm going to slap it right in the middle. If you want to skip ahead, I totally understand, but I would encourage you to take a listen, even if you don't believe in Jesus, because, I don't know, Jesus is a pretty great fella. And maybe that's a too unreverent way to put it. But anyways, okay, I'm reading from Matthew chapter 24. Matthew is a book of the Bible. I have this is pretty cool. This is like a journal Bible. It's just the book of Matthew. So no other book in this one. Kind of fun for devotionals. Anyways, here's what the verse says. Chapter 24, verse 45. Who then is faithful and wise servant, whom his master has put in charge of his household to give them food at the proper time? As I've read this, the nerdy Bible study person in me wants to make sure I am taking this verse in context, but you can still do that and get something that really means something, a devotional nugget that means a lot to you. And so this is something that I wrote down that I kind of want to share with you. We read in Corinthians that we are temples of His Holy Spirit. And so if God has made us temples of His Holy Spirit, that means we are to be faithful in being the temples of His Holy Spirit, that we are to be a good servant in this body, or just in this gift of life that God has given us. And so my encouragement to you and the challenge to me is that as a believer in Jesus Christ, are you being a faithful and good servant to just this gift of life that God has given you? This gift of life that He has given to you, are you giving it back to Him, or are we living selfish? Are we just living only for ourselves, or are we living for the glory of Jesus Christ? That is all for this Bible talk. Let's go ahead and continue on for the rest of the video. Next, I want to announce the foils in the game. So like I said, I didn't know that the Game Crafter had foils. It's been something that the TCG community has always been talking about, that they wish the Game Crafter would do foil cards. Now that it has come out, I definitely want to jump on the foil train. And so what I'm going to do is I actually have a list of cards that I've written down, but I'm going to put them up on the screen in case you guys need a refresher of what these cards look like. And I'm going to slowly announce what these foils will be. And what this will be is this will be a smaller booster pack. It'll be reasonably priced, in this pack you are guaranteed to get one copy of every single one of these cards in a foil edition. And so I'm really excited about it. I might buy like 3 or 4 packs of these just for the heck of it. So the first card is going to be Bar Bouncer. If you are a Linford player, this should be no surprise to you. Bar Bouncer is probably one of the more iconic cards for Linford. You could argue Lancer or Dark Assassin, but Bar Bouncer just has a special place in everyone's heart, whether they hate him or love him. So Bar Bouncer would be the first foil card. Secondly, Charlotte for the Kingdom of Estercrest, such a great spirit. So because it's such a well-used card, and I think it would be pretty in the foil edition, that will be the second card that will be foiled for the foil release, and we'll have a fancy name for it. The third card is going to be Washaways. Even though Washaways maybe isn't used all the time for Furbish, it is such a crazy out-of-the-box card that doesn't really exist for any other kingdom. It's really kind of its own unique thing. And so I think that would be a wonderful card to have in the foil edition. Fourthly, for Silvermore, we're going to do Frontline Warriors. The reason why I'm going to do Frontline Warriors is twofold. One, it is a commonly used card if you're playing as Silvermore, and even just using Tanis Kingdoms in general. And then secondly, the Game Crafter says that the lighter color the card is, the better it will look in a foil print. And so I think this card will look nice and delicious in foil print. Next, for Clue Days, we're going to do Successful Hunt. The reason why I'm going to do Successful Hunt is, one, it is such a powerful and amazing spell that can be used by any Marif kingdom. And then secondly, even though it's dark skies in the artwork, I think those stars in a foil edition will look really pretty, especially with the purplish pink background for just spells in general. I think it'll look really nice. Sixth, for Winterton, I'm going to do Winterton Tactics. And part of this is because this is such a commonly used spell amongst both Winterton and Linford. And because this card is a lighter color card, I think it's going to look beautiful in the foil edition, and definitely something that someone's going to run 3 of. And so to have 3 of those foil cards in your deck, it's going to look absolutely delicious. We are not going to do any village cards in the foils, at least for right now. However, we are going to do 2 neutrals. And the 2 that I'm going to do, this was really tough because there's a lot of staple neutrals that people like to use. And so this is where kind of artist bias, I think, came into the picture. And so the first card that I'm going to do in foil is Shual Waterfall. And the reason why I want to do this is I do think it's a good sacred. I think as more sacreds come into the mix, it might not be as meta, but I think it's just a beautiful card, and I think it would be really pretty in the foil edition. And then secondly, we'll do Ula the Rebel. When Ula the Rebel came out in set 2, it was definitely a game changer. Everyone immediately was wanting to run 3 of them, and so I think that would be a great card to put in the foil edition. And those are the cards that we put in foil print, and I look forward to getting my hands on it, and I hope you guys are as well. So now time for giveaways. If you are someone that has wanted some Kingdom stuff, but you just haven't had the money to buy it, or maybe you've been putting your money towards other things, here is your chance to get your hands on your very own Kingdoms TCG product. And what it is going to be specifically is a starter deck of your very own choice. And so how this will work is you have to do a couple things. First of all, you have to subscribe to the channel. Secondly, you have to like this video. And then thirdly, leave a comment on this video on why you should be the winner of the starter deck. And from there, me and Bilbo, known on Discord, aka Michael, we will decide who will be the winner of the giveaway, and I will be contacting you through some form or fashion. And again, we will announce that the same time that the deadline for the Design a Card contest comes in. I should also mention, to jump back to the Design a Card contest, when you email me, make sure you let me know that the email that I am receiving is for the Design a Card contest. I want to end this video by saying thank you to everyone that has subscribed to the channel. I know I kind of said this at the beginning, but I really do mean it. It means a lot to have 100 of you subscribe to the channel. You know, it's easy to start putting videos onto YouTube and to not have as much success as some of your favorite YouTubers have. And so just to have 100 of you means a lot. I know 2 of you jumped on the live stream with me, and that meant so much. It was just really fun talking and hanging out with you. And so seriously, thank you guys so much, and I'm excited for Kingdoms and the next year that it holds, and the next 100 subscribers. And as the community continues to grow around the game, I hope that I hope it can produce a lot of fun for people that get involved with the game, and can really promote community and people hanging out, just playing card games together and socializing and having a great time. So from me to you, thank you so much. And as always, whenever you are watching this video, whether it be in the morning, in the afternoon, or at night, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks, guys.